Good morning students, my name is Richa Datta. I am assistant professor in Maulana University in department MMICT BMHM. Today we will be discussing the practical demonstration on MS Excel. One of the practical, we will be preparing the salary sheet of the employees. What is MS Excel? But before starting with the practical, we will be just briefing for MS Excel. MS Excel is an electronic spreadsheet. You can use it to organize your data into a rows and column. With the help of MS Excel, you can do mathematical calculation. The main feature of MS Excel is to insert a pivot table, sorting of a tabulated data, adding formulas to the sheet, calculating the large data. Now, with this, now we will start with the practical demonstration. But before starting with the practical demonstration, to calculate the salary sheet of an employee for a particular month, you should be aware of the following terms which are used in the salary sheet. What is DA, what is HRA, what is PF, what is ESI, and what is a gross salary, and what is the difference between gross salary and a net salary. ESI stands for Employee State Insurance, PF stands for Provident Fund, HRA stands for Human Resource Allowance, and DS stands for Durance Allowance. You can see the sample over here which I have already prepared in the MS Excel. Now we will be discussing how we have prepared this the salary sheet in the Excel. So over here I have already prepared the sample sheet. Similar sample sheet I will be preparing you over here. Over here I will be just selecting the form values. Let's say I have to write the employee salary sheet. See, you can see over here, this field has been selected. Now with this, we can just change the values as well. You can increase the size also. This I have to just give it a green color over here. Employee salary sheet. You can just select it, merge center कर सकते हैं आप इसको, उसके बाद आप इसको align कर सकते हैं. I have already aligned it to the center. Next step is, now you have to give the headers of your table. See, these are the headers. Let's say these all header values are blank right now. They are having no color. Now how to give the color? Just select this field, put the header over here, then just go to this option and change it according to your preference. Now if you want to insert the table, you had to just select how many columns you want to insert the value. Then go to this particular option in borders, select all borders. Here is the value. See, we have selected till 30 records, but I have already prepared it for 23. Let's take the data from over here. See, this is the data on which we will be working. The rest of the fields I don't want, so I am just removing it from over here with no borders option. And last field I will be just giving it with this. You can select borders in all borders. So this is the way how you had to prepare. In a salary sheet, the foremost thing is we can have in an organization with the same name 2 employees. So for the organization, whenever the employee joins an organization, the foremost important thing is they are giving the employee IDs to it. The employee IDs are unique. So let's see to it. In a particular organization, these are the employee IDs. I am highlighting these employee IDs with a different color over here. So I will be selecting it with a different color. I have selected these employee IDs. Color I will be selecting. Yes, I have selected this color. So you can see these are the different employee IDs, and according to the designation there are different person. Let's say Rajesh is the name of the person who is manager in an organization, Mahesh he is the assistant manager, Nishant is a supervisor in an organization, Suraj and Jay they are the creative designers, and Naresh, Kapil, Ajay, Puneet, Harsh, Riya, Tanya, Brijesh, Anu, Mehak, Sonu, Krishna, Puneet, Sakshi, Ankita, they are the staff in the organization. So according to the designation, these are the salaries of the person. Let's select this column and this change the color of the salary. You can see the salary column, then is the attendance. What is the criteria for the calculation of salary? The attendance criteria is far most important criteria. You can see the person manager Rajesh who is having salary 50,000, his attendance for the month of February is 27, means he is absent for 1 day. So how we'll calculate the salary? This is the formula you can apply. This is the D4 column. Over here divided by 28 is number of days of the month into E4. E4 is how many days he's worked for the organization. So this is how you can calculate. I will be showing you how we have to calculate. Equal to operator, select the basic salary column, then divide by 28 is the number of days. So with this we are calculating the salary of 1 day into how many days he was present, 27 days, which value is in E4 cell. Press enter. This is the salary of the person. So with this I will be dragging it so that we are getting the salary according. This is the 45,000, he is present for 28 days, he is getting the complete salary. 41,000, he is present for 27 days, 1 day salary is being deducted. This is how we are calculating the salary. You can see the formula which is being applied. Now HRA is again the allowance, that is human resource allowance, and DA is for the dearance allowance, which is different according to the designation. Different organization they are providing these two allowance according to the designation. Let's say manager is getting 8,000 HRA allowance and 2,000 dearance allowance. Assistant manager he is getting 5,000 HRA allowance and 1,500 dearance allowance. Supervisor he is getting 4,000 HRA allowance and 1,000 as a dearance allowance. Creative designer they are getting 3,000 as an HRS allowance and 800 as dearance allowance, and rest of the staff they are getting the allowance 2,000 as HRA and 600 as dearance allowance. The creative designer and rest of the staff allowances are different. You can see according to the designation the allowances are being given. Then a different organization they gives the conveyance allowance, and this also depends upon the designation of an employee. So let's discuss about this manager. The manager is having 6,000 as a conveyance being allowance given to him by the organization. Assistant manager he is getting 5,000, supervisor he is getting 4,000, creative designer he is getting 3,000, and rest of the staff they are getting conveyance allowance as 2,000. So with this I will be changing the color for the creative designer field so that I can easily rectify. Sorry. Then comes overtime. Overtime in hours. Let's say the person is working 60 hours, 50 hours, 40 hours. By default he is selecting the value. If you are not giving the value, if I am only writing 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, let's say I am already writing these values but I haven't written HRS, number of hours I haven't mentioned it. So how you can do this? Go to the number option over there, select the custom, then go to journal, remove the journal field, put the hash symbol. After that in double columns what value you want to write. हैश सिंबल इज की वैल्यू जो बिफोर आपकी आ रही है इसको रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए, देन डबल कोट्स में HRS करेंगे, ओके करेंगे, जो सिलेक्टेड फील्ड है उसमें ऑटोमेटिकली आपका आ जाएगा. दिस यू कैन सी इट ओवर हियर. सो जैसे इसमें बाय डिफॉल्ट हमारा इस फील्ड में फॉर्मूला लगा हुआ है. सो व्हाट आई हैव डन, आई हैव शोन यू सेपरेटली हाउ वी कैन अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला. Similarly, I can just copy the data over here 60, 50, 40. Let's say rest I will be copying the data over here. see this is the over here. Now how you will calculate the overtime salary? Overtime salary is being calculated according, first of all you had to calculate the salary for 1 day, which is your this field F4 divided by 28. This is your 128, 28 डिवाइडेड बाई 8, कितने आवर्स आप एक घंटे में काम कर रहे हैं, इनटू ओवर टाइम 60 आवर्स काम कर रहे हो, J4 प्रेस एंटर. दिस इज योर ओवर टाइम अमाउंट सिलेक्टेड. According to this we can select, this is the overtime amount which the person he is working for these many hours, he is getting overtime salary, this is the amount. Now how you will calculate the gross salary? Gross salary depends upon your, this is your total salary according to your attendance, plus over here we will be applying the formula sum bracket, then this is your salary according to your attendance, then this is your HRA which you will be getting, plus your DA, dearance allowance you will be getting, then conveyance you will be getting, then your overtime salary which is this K4. Press enter. This is the amount which is your gross salary you are getting after adding HRA, DA, conveyance and overtime salary. Accordingly we can drag it so that we will calculate the salary for rest of the person. Now what is a provident fund? प्रोविडेंट फंड इज बेसिकली 12% डिडक्शन होती है आपकी बेसिक सैलरी में से, जो आपकी टोटल सैलरी बनी है. सो लेट्स से आपकी बेसिक सैलरी है उसका 12% डिडक्शन होगा. सो हाउ यू विल अप्लाई इट? वी विल बी अप्लाइंग दी 12% डिडक्शन. सो हियर इज द इक्वल टू ऑपरेटर. बेसिक आपकी जो सैलरी अकॉर्डिंग टू अटेंडेंस बनी है दैट इज योर बेसिक सैलरी. सो दिस इज योर बेसिक सैलरी इनटू 12% divide by 100. So this is the amount which will be your provident fund which will be deducted from your salary. Selected accordingly you will get this is the amount. ESI क्या होता है आपका? आपका इंश्योरेंस से रिलेटेड होता है. आपको मैंने पहले भी बताया था एम्प्लॉय स्टेट इंश्योरेंस होता है विच इज दैट इज डिडक्टेड लाइक 0.75%. तो इसको भी हम करेंगे. कैसे करेंगे? यहाँ पर हम लगाएंगे फॉर्मूला इक्वल टू बेसिक सैलरी में से ही डिडक्ट होता है इनटू हम लगाएंगे 0.75 डिवाइड बाय 100. 362 आया आपका. यहाँ से हम इसको कर सकते हैं, इसको ड्रैग. अब ये सारा इसलिए आ रहा है, नहीं तो आपका अगर नंबर सपोज आपका फ्रैक्शनल वैल्यू आता है, विद दिस ऑप्शन यू कैन डिक्रीज द decimal fields values. Now cap value, let's say the employee, this person is not using the cap facility. These 3% they are not using the cap facility, not even our creative designer, they are also coming by their own conveyance. Rest of the person they are using a cap facility of the organization. So there will be deduction of this particular amount. See, I am pasting the values. You can clearly see how I am pasting the values over here. So now what will be the net salary? Net salary is your, this is your gross salary from where we will be deducting these amount and then we will be calculating the net salary of a person. So it is in the field L4 minus, आप लगाएंगे PF amount, then minus 362, then minus, this is the amount. Press enter, select it over here and this is the dragging. So this is how we are calculating the net salary. So this is how you can calculate the salary sheet of an employee of a particular organization. If still you are having any query you can ask. So if you want to highlight this field, select it and change the color over here. Fine. If you have any queries please ask. Thank you.